Hey, welcome back to Diablo 2 Resurrected as the Necromancer. In this episode, we are going to make our way through the Cold Plains, get to the burial grounds, and kill off Cold Crow. In the last episode, we actually started Hell difficulty, so this is going to be fun. Last episode was our first foray into Hell difficulty, and it actually didn't go too awfully bad. I don't know why I'm doing this. We have a waypoint. Yeah, we didn't go too awfully bad, so we're going to hope that we can continue the positives, and that this doesn't go too terribly bad going forward. Dark Hunter is immune to cold as well, so we've seen several things in this game so far that are immune to cold, which is all right, I guess. So let's go ahead and revive a couple of Dark Rogues, or some Corrupted Rogues, whatever the heck they're called. I don't know what they're called. They are called Dark Hunters, so Dark Rogues was the correct thing to call them. In the last episode, when we completed the Den of Evil, I went ahead and put our free skill point into Amplify Damage to just to increase the radius of Amplify Damage a little bit, because it was kind of low to start out with. Bile Maul, Fire Enchanted, Teleportation, and Cursed, and he's immune to fire. Of course he's immune to fire. He's a Fallen. What else would he possibly be? But we were able to kill him in like a quarter second, so we're not particularly concerned. Yeah, so this Amplify Damage with Thorns thing is coming in extremely, extremely clutch. It is really like annihilating all of the lives, and I am very pleased to see that it's working out as well as it's working. And look at that, we even leveled up again, which is absolutely fantastic. So let's go ahead and level up, shall we? Let's go ahead and level up 5 points into Strength, because now that we have 5 points into Strength, we can actually go ahead and put on this armor that we found in the last episode, which is this over here. This here 507 defense Imp Jack embossed plate, which is exactly what we're going to do. 10% faster hit recovery, 67% enhanced defense, 3 to strength, 25 to life. This thing gives us 31 to life, but that's okay, and poison resist 9. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. What's our resistances look like? Our resistances are absolutely horrendous, which is exactly what I was kind of expecting. But that's okay. As long as we can avoid being hit by elemental damage as much as physically possible, I feel like we'll be okay. But at the same time, I am a little bit scared about future elemental damage attacking us. That would be very, very scary. All right, let's go ahead and see what we got here. Let's go ahead and raise skeleton. That is what I'm going to go ahead and do, is raise skeleton. What is our skeletons looking like right now? They have 327 whole life, which is pretty good. Oh, I can do 6 skeletons now. All right, that's kind of cool. In that case, let's go ahead and do 6 skeletons. That's pretty awesome. We can do 6 now. That is always good to know. Now we have a whole huge army of skeletons. We have a huge army of skeletons. Puke Crow, the Witch. He's extra strong or enchanted and lightning enchanted, but I'm not particularly concerned with him. Okay, so that's this is going relatively well so far. Now we have some champion fallen shamans, and as well as a possessed one that I can't actually curse because he's possessed. As we have established many times throughout this Let's Play, even though I continually try to curse possessed things anyways, it's not going to lead to positive change in my world. I don't need that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and hold on to this thawing potion, actually. I'm holding on to it for a reason, because of the simple fact that I stay chilled for like 1,000 years. So that's exactly what I'm going to try to hold on to, is such things as that. Now let's go ahead and travel along the walls and kill off all of our enemies. Now I would certainly think that now that we're in Hell difficulty, we're going to be getting a shaz ton of experience. I mean, so far it certainly looks like we're getting a lot of experience. So I would certainly think we're going to be doing a lot of leveling up in this difficulty, because obviously we're going to be getting a lot of experience points. Let's go ahead and raise some gargantuan beasts here. So I would certainly hope that we level up a lot, because the more we level up, the more likely we are to actually survive this nonsense. So let's just go ahead and hope that that actually works out the way we want it to work out, and we actually do level up a bunch. We got some fallen minions here. Fallen minions are kind of scary, but they're not too awfully scary. They're just simple fallen, so I'm not all that terrified of them. Oh no, it's Flame Mane. He's extra fast, spectral hit, and fire enchanted. Single skeleton. You're never going to be able to take on that fallen shaman by yourself. There's just no way in hell. You're going to need help from my good friend, the Iron Golem. It's the only way you're going to be able to manage that. And that's exactly what you did. Ooh, another experience shrine. Look at all these lovely experience shrines that we're getting. I am not going to be upset about experience shrines. Experience shrines are absolutely lovely in every sense of the word. Because we get lovely, lovely experience for having these experience shrines. Which is exactly what I like to see. Hello there, Amulet. I will gladly pick you up and sell you. Because I need the money. I need all of the lovely, lovely monies that I get from selling you. Now, is this going to be the way to the burial grounds? Did we find it already, or is this going to be the way to the stony field? It is the way to the stony field. So we did not quite find the burial grounds yet. So let's go ahead and continue on forward here. Continue on with what we're doing here. Continue on annihilating these fallen and just destroying all of their lives, which is exactly what we like to do. We like to destroy the lives of the fallen. How many keys do we have? We have 8 keys. I can go ahead and pick up some keys. Because you know what? I need keys. Keys are helpful. Keys allow me to unlock chests and get lovely, lovely goodies out of those locked chests. Which is what I like to do all day long. Too many fallen shaman all over the place. Too many fallen shaman raising up their fallen. Can we actually start focusing these fallen shaman? That'd be super nice. Some superior chain gloves there. Hold on, I'm going to go ahead and make a portal a little closer to these fallen shaman here so my minions actually make an effort in fighting the fallen shaman. That would be super nice. Super nice if they did such things. But hold on a second. Can I get to safety? Can I get somewhere that is safe? Oh no, we are nowhere safe. This is nowhere safe because we are at a camp. It's a camp, so we're not safe anywhere. No. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. Now, we're going to have to try to figure out how to kill Bishabosh. How are we going to go about killing Bishabosh? That is the big question. I'm not entirely sure. He's magic resistant, fire enchanted, multiple shots, lightning enchanted, immune to fire, and immune to lightning. Holy cow, dude. Why do you have so many abilities? Why do you have so many abilities? Why do you have to be lightning enchanted, too? Why is it that you have to be lightning enchanted as well? I fail to understand. I mean, you were relatively easy to kill, so, I mean, good thing that our good friend Razan doesn't really care about your life. Let's go ahead and raise our skeletons. Since we have so many corpses here, we might as well raise up our skeletons. Might as well get our skeletons into reality. Now, we still have a ton of fallen shaman that we have to kill here. So let's go ahead and make another town portal scroll here so we can actually get close to these fallen shaman and actually kill those fallen shaman instead of having them continually raise up their minions, which is not necessarily what we desire to have them do. We want to be making progress in killing these things, so that's exactly what we're going to try to do. I'm going to try to kill off all these bastards. Let's go ahead and raise a fallen and a fallen shaman. Why the hell not? Why the heckles not? That might work. That might get the job done in some capacity or another. Is there another fallen shaman alive? Yes, there is. He's way over here. He is way over here. He is raising his fallen from a distance. Leave me alone, Mr. Fallen. Leave me alone, Mr. Fallen. I'm not interested in fighting you, Mr. Fallen. Hello there, Scroll of Identify. I'm going to go ahead and identify that amulet. It's what I like to do, is identify amulets, because it saves me from having to buy an identify scroll later. Which is what I like to see. Alright. Now, where is the way to the burial grounds? I'm a little bit scared about how difficult Cold Crow is going to wind up being. Not Cold Crow, Blood Raven's going to wind up being. I always call Blood Raven Cold Crow. I always do. I don't know why. But it's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I'm a little bit concerned that she's going to have some seriously annoying abilities. But the good thing, again, is that we have the power of Thorns damage, but the problem is that she shoots arrows. And having arrows is not going to help us in terms of our Thorns damage. So I'm thinking that when we fight Blood Raven, we're going to switch to Decrepify. Just for the simple fact that our Amplify damage is not going to increase the Thorns damage because she's attacking from range. So I'm thinking that we'll probably switch to the Decrepify when we actually fight Bloodraven. So let's consider that a possibility and think about that before we make our way to the burial grounds. Because that is something we may want to consider doing. Hello there, Flawless Topaz. I will gladly accept your existence and sell you, or put you in my stash, depending on whether I need one or not. Which I might very well, who's to say? I do not know. I do not know if I need a Flawless Topaz. I can't remember which gems I have in my stash right now. There's a Rancid Gas. I'll take the Rancid Gas, sell that Rancid Gas, because you know what? I can sell it for something like 1,500 gold, which is pretty good. 1,500 gold is valuable. And now this right here should be the way to the burial grounds. Kill Bloodraven.
Too many empty graves.
Too many empty graves. Now, what are we dealing with here? What are we dealing with here? No enemies on the outside so far, which is kind of surprising. No enemies on the outside. What's the deal with this? There are no enemies outside of the actual cemetery. What's going on here? Oh, I was gonna say. Skeletons, they're immune to lightning, which makes total sense because they're undead and they're just skeletons, and skeletons don't have the ability to feel shock damage, which makes total sense. Let's go ahead and raise a couple of skeleton corpses just so we have a few more skeletons. Just so we have a few more skeleton friends to annihilate our enemies with. Just so we have a few more skeleton allies. And we'll go ahead and clear out the walls. It's what we will be doing. Hungry Dead are also immune to lightning. Yeah, I was wondering when the enemies would appear outside of the cemetery. I was wondering when they'd show up. There's another thawing potion there. I don't desperately need a second thawing potion, so I'm not going to worry about picking up a second one. It's not necessarily something I need to have. I'll go ahead and reset the timer on those skeletons, because I definitely want to have some skeletons. Alright, let's go ahead and take on Bloodraven. This is going to be scary, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and give it a go. We'll go ahead and give it a go, but first let's go ahead and heal everybody before we actually get started with this fight. Get everybody all healed up and ready to get started with this nonsense. Let's go ahead and go with Decrepify. Can I not Decrepify her? Huh, maybe I can't Decrepify her. No, I can. I'm just using the wrong spell. I'm just using the wrong spell. It's really that simple. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to kill off as many of these guys as physically possible, and then we can start focusing Bloodraven. But the problem is that she is going to be raising up all of her undead as we're killing off all of these undead. So we're not going to have much of a chance to attack her as quickly as I'd like to. So let's go ahead and hope that we can actually get to fighting her. That would be super nice. Can we actually get to fighting her? Can we actually get to fighting her? That would be super nice. Instead of just fighting her minions. Because fighting her minions is going to take 1,000 years unless we decide to actually fight her. So let's actually fight her. Okay, her zombies are a serious problem. Her zombies are turning into a serious problem. Yes, let's go ahead and trap her. Let's trap... No, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to trap her. Ooh, she has knockback damage. She has knockback damage, which is actually kind of surprising. She doesn't deal very much damage, though. I mean, look, she's hitting me, but I'm not taking any damage. So, at this point, I'm not particularly scared of her. If she's hitting me but not dealing any damage to me, I'm not really all that scared of her. If this is the case, you know. Because yeah, I'm not taking any damage from her hitting me. So I'm not all that scared of you, Bloodraven. If this is the way it's gonna be, I'm not really all that scared of you. So let's just go ahead and gang up on her here. keep her from actually being able to go anywhere. Man, she keeps finding a way to run away, which I'm not a big fan of. She keeps managing to find ways to run away. Man, I'm kind of surprised you're not actually hurting me. Have I just been able to block all of your shots up to this point? Or do you just deal so little damage that my defenses are preventing me from taking any damage from you, which I suppose that makes some level of sense. Hold on, you guys go ahead and fight her. I'm gonna go ahead and raise a couple of skeletons here. Just so we actually have some skeletons to fight her with. Man, she has a lot of health. She actually legit has a lot of health. You know what, yeah, I think I am gonna go with Amplify Damage. I feel like Amplify Damage is probably gonna be a little more helpful than Decrepify, in all honesty. So that's what we're gonna go with, is Amplify Damage. Can we actually trap you in a corner so you can't actually go anywhere? You just keep running away. Yes. Get stuck in a corner. Yes, back yourself into a corner so you can't actually go anywhere. That's exactly what I like to see. So go ahead and do that. Wow, she has a lot of life. You have way too much health, so can you please just go away? Go away already. Please and thank you. Just go away. Thank you very much. Take the serpent skin armor and the executioner's. I can't carry the executioner's sword. Rest well, Blood Raven. Rest well. Hello there, Kasha.
Hello. I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven. Though she was once my closest friend, I pray that her tortured spirit remains banished forever. You have earned my respect, stranger, and the allegiance of the rogues. I have placed several of my best warriors at your disposal.
It is clear that we are facing an evil difficult to comprehend, let alone combat. There is only one Haradrim sage, schooled in the most arcane history and lore, who could advise us. His name is Deckard Cain. You must go to Tristram and find him, my friend. I pray that he still lives.
Alright, so that's our next quest, is to go to Tristram. But we are not quite there yet. We're not quite at that point yet. Serpent skin armor, 19,000. Beast harp, 87,000, or 8,700 rather. Yeah, do I need this topaz? Not necessarily, but you know what? I'll go ahead and create another perfect topaz. So I suppose I did kind of need it. So you know what? I'll take it. I will go ahead and take it. Let's go ahead and organize my stash here so everything looks pretty. Everything looks pretty and nice. Alright, so let's go ahead and do these side areas here. Starting with the mausoleum. Now, are these areas going to be absolutely enormous? I feel like they probably are. I mean, in Nightmare difficulty, they were pretty big, so I'm going to assume that these areas are probably going to be pretty large. But that's okay, because we're going to be getting, again, tons of experience points. All the experience we're going to be getting from these is going to go right into our pockets. And we're going to be getting a whole bunch. So that is exactly what we like to see. We like getting all of that delicious, delicious experience from killing off the enemies. This has been established many times throughout this Let's Play, and doesn't need to be repeated, but you know what? I'm going to repeat it anyway. Now let's go ahead and explore here, fight some skeletons. It's pretty great. The skeletons are immune to lightning, but that's alright. I don't think I have any lightning mages right now. So I think we are good there. Let's go ahead and break some barrels and see if we can get any goodies out of the barrels. Doesn't seem like there's anything good in those barrels. Oh no, I'm being attacked by a zombie. The good thing, though, is that my defense is huge, and my chance... Oh, my Hungry Dead will hit me is 89%, despite the fact that my defense is as high as it is. So, yeah, so I don't want to be standing around and just waiting to be hit by things, because that's exactly what's going to wind up happening if I just stand around, is I'm going to be hit by things. So let's not let such things happen. Let's not get hit by all the things in the world by just standing around. Oh no, there's a skeleton that just decided to walk up upon us. Why do you have to be this way, Mr. Skeleton? Why do you have to just sneak up on us like that? It's not necessary. Such violence is unnecessary in today's world. Oh no, there's an elite in there. There is an elite in there. Now how do we get in there? Can I get myself in there? Can I get myself in there so I can actually fight this elite? Or are we just going to go ahead and fight this elite through the... There we go. That's more or less what I wanted to do. That is more or less what I wanted to do. That's going to make our life a lot easier, is just being able to fight the enemy on the inside of the room rather than trying to fight it through the doorway. That's going to make my life a lot harder. Spirit Horn. He's Stone Skin, Cursed, and Magic Resistant alongside Immune to Lightning, which doesn't surprise me because he is a skeleton, and skeletons are immune to lightning. Oh no, my skeletons are dying a painful death. How sad this is. What a sad reality it is that my skeletons are dying a painful death, as is Razan, so I need to heal Razan, or he's going to die, and I don't want him to die. I want Razan to survive. So can you please survive, Razan? I would much appreciate it if you didn't die. Would much appreciate it if you didn't die. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on here. Yeah, so far this area is seeming like it's going to be pretty huge. So let's go ahead and try to explore as much of this as we physically can here. Hopefully we're able to do it in a timely fashion. But there's no guarantees of anything, especially since this place is pretty enormous. But it is what it is, man. We're gonna take all the lovely experience that we get for fighting all the enemies in this area, which is just what we like to see. Wow, yeah, this place is gonna wind up being huge. There's a skeleton, there's a Hungry Dead inside of that barrel. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Oh no, it's Moon Shield. Good old Moon Shield, and Razan is taking a huge amount of damage from lightning damage, which is not necessarily what I like. The Chaos Spell, the Flare, is also in there. Razan is gonna die if I'm not careful, and he did exactly die there, which is not necessarily what I like to see. I didn't want to see him die, but you know what? That's exactly what wound up happening. The good thing is that we have plenty of money to spend on reviving him right now. So as long as he doesn't die every quarter second, we have plenty of money to spend on reviving him right now. So let's go ahead and try to not let him die every quarter second. That would be super nice. Chaos Spell is also lightning enchanted, which is very, very scary, but you know what? We were able to manage. Let's go ahead and raise our skeletons, because now we can have 6 whole skeletons, which is really, really cool. 6 whole skeletons to destroy the world with, which is exactly what we like to see. Can I go ahead and raise a couple more mages? There we go. Get our skeletons back to reality here, and do the loop-de-loop. Do the loop-de-loop around the world. Definitely do not need a stamina potion. We have 465 stamina. We have never run out of stamina in this entire Let's Play, so I'm not particularly concerned about it. It's a rejuvenation potion. I don't need a rejuvenation potion. I have 2 full rejuvenation potions. Heals 100% of life and mana, which is super nice to see. Alright, here we are. We're just gonna destroy the world and everything inside. There's some flames here. That fire, it deals a huge amount of damage to me because my fire resistance is abysmally low. but Razan is just standing there in the fire. It's a good thing that that my minions don't actually take fire damage from the environment, which is good, because so he can actually just stand in the fire and not take any damage, which is super nice. That's a super healing potion, which I'm going to go ahead and drink, because I am low on health. Now where are we going here? We reached a dead end here. There is a skeleton there, and I'm gonna go ahead and kill them. If you do not mind too much, Mr. Skeleton. Let's go ahead and revive a couple of skeletons here, just so we have a couple more skeletons to destroy the world with. Let's go this way. What's over this way? Not much. There's a skeleton over here. There's a skeleton over this way. It's a truncheon. 35 to 43 damage for that. That's pretty good. That's pretty... Oh no! Cursing all over the place. So much cursing going on. My Iron Golem is dying, and I don't want my Iron Golem to die. I didn't revive him off of something particularly powerful, so even if he does die, it's really not that big a deal. But I still would prefer him not die. It would be nice if he didn't. Mold Shield. He's teleportation, cursed, and stone skin. But am I all that concerned about you, Mold Shield? No, I am not. Another full rejuvenation potion. I'm not going to complain about that. I'm going to try to hold on to as many full rejuvenation potions as physically possible, because Lord knows I'm going to need those. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up that chest. There's a Gothic sword there, a Colossus Vulge. That's kind of cool. Doomhead the Hammer. Cursed, extra fast, and spectral hits. I am slightly scared about that. Just slightly scared about that. Can I raise one more skeleton? Yes, I can. I can indeed raise one more skeleton. Yeah, so amplify damage is coming in absolutely extremely useful here. The ability to increase the amount of thorns damage that my enemies are taking is really coming in clutch. So I feel like this is what we're going to be using going forward, is just amplify damage like crazy. So that's exactly what we're going to go with. Oh no, my Iron Golem died. That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and... I'm not entirely sure what I want to do here. Let's see here. What do I want to do? I suppose what I can do is I can do something like this. So let's go ahead and I didn't want to pick up that healing potion. It's not necessarily what I wanted to do. Let's go ahead and socket the... Oh, I can't socket that because it's not socketed. You know what? Whatever. Let's just go ahead and raise our Iron Golem off of that until we can find something more powerful. Just until we can find something more powerful to raise him off of. Let's just raise him off of something. Just so we have something. Until we can raise him off of something more powerful than that. Because regardless of whether he has abilities or not, he still has his basic leveled up abilities, so... Even if he doesn't have, like, elemental powers, he's still going to come in useful in some capacity or another. So that's exactly why I like to have him anyways. Let's see here. Raise some skeletons. Raise my skeletons into reality. Now here in Hell difficulty, I'm really thinking that my regular skeletons are going to be a lot more useful than my mages. There's Moon Shield, Curse, Spectral Hit, and Lightning Enchanted. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking my regular skeletons are going to be a lot more useful than my mages because of the simple fact that we have all of these enemies with resistances to the elements. And just like that, Razan died. Pretty great. He died to a simple zombie. Fantastic. It's not necessarily what I like to see, but you know what? It is what it is. It's just a simple zombie that he died from. Who would have guessed that he would die to a simple zombie? But you know what? That's exactly what wound up happening. And my Iron Golem is also dying to a simple zombie. It's just a zombie, man. Why do you have to be this way? Why is it that zombies have to be such a problem? Ugh, and my Iron Golem died again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Why does the video game have to be this way? There's a Grim Shield there. That's kind of cool. Grim Shields are cool, I suppose. Is there a super healing potion I can drink here? There is indeed a super healing potion that I can drink, which I will go ahead and do. There's another super healing potion I can put in my pockets there. Let's go ahead and raise some skeletons. Is there no corpses around here that I can raise my skeletons off of? No, there are not. There are no corpses, not nowhere. No corpses, not nowhere. So let's go ahead and get the heckles out of here and go to the next side area, which is going to be over on the other side. Oh no, there's another zombie here. Another zombie all by his lonesome. All by his lonesome, this little zombie. Whatever shall we do about a lone zombie by himself? Alright, so we're able to clear... Well, we haven't cleared it out entirely yet. There's still some stuff over here we haven't done yet. What's over here? Is there anything over here, or is this just going to be an area we haven't discovered? There's a couple of zombies here. A couple of zombies we can destroy over here. As Razan just makes a gingerly stroll over here. Alright, here we are. Ooh, some unique demon hide gloves. I will go ahead and grab those. They're ethereal, though, unfortunately. That's an unfortunate thing, is that they're ethereal. I would prefer them not to be ethereal, but you know what? That's okay. Maybe, who knows if they'll be more powerful than Sanders Taboo. I definitely don't know if they're going to be, but we're going to have to just see. We're just going to have to see if they're more powerful than those. So let's go ahead and head back to the outside and go to the crypt, because that's where we want to go next, is the crypt. But first, let's go back to town here. Let's go back to town here and identify all this stuff. And sell all this stuff. Sell that for 35,000, which is pretty good. All that lovely, lovely monies, which is what we like to see. What's the deal with this charm? 23 to life. I don't desperately need that. I didn't need that identify. Venom Grip Demon Hide Gloves. 60 poison damage over 4 seconds. 5% life. 5% chance of crushing blow. 143 to defense. 22 to defense. 5 to max. Wow, that's pretty good. I think I will probably go with that. The problem is that it's ethereal, though. That's the main problem, and its durability is only 7 of 7. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to do that for the simple fact that it's ethereal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and wear those. I'm going to go ahead and wear those, and I'm going to put the Sanders Taboo in my stash so that I can eventually just go ahead and put back on the Sanders Taboo when these eventually break, because they are going to eventually break. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and hold on to Sanders Taboo, because the Sanders Taboo are useful. And we will wind up using those again in the future. But right now we have these Venom Grip Demon Hide Gloves, which is very, very useful, and I'm going to be very pleased to say we have those. Now, how large is the crypt going to be? That is the big question. How large is the crypt going to wind up being? Who's to say? I certainly don't know. I certainly do not know. It's probably going to be pretty huge. That's my first guess. Oh no, skeletons. Skeletons. Whatever shall we do about skeletons besides shatter them to bits? That seems like the most obvious thing to be doing, is shattering skeletons. Oh no, Oozvex. Cursed, Spectral Hit, and Cold Enchanted. Gonna stay away from his Frost Nova before I die a painful death. Oh no, that's right, I forgot to raise my Iron Golem. Let's go ahead and raise my Iron Golem off of this mythic... Well, I don't know. Hold on a second. Let's just, let's see what we have to, revive, my Iron Golem off of. Let's just go ahead and see. What does Charcy have? What does Charcy have? We have 1 to 63 lightning damage. That's kind of cool. 3 to 12 cold damage. I suppose I'll go with that. I'm going to go with that for the simple fact that we're dealing with so many things that are undead. I feel like having something that deals increased damage to undead might be somewhat useful. So we're going to go with that. We're going to go with something that increases the damage to undead. And see if we can have our good sparkling ball. What's a sparkling ball? Ah, it's a sorceress item. That's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Who's to say if we can sell it for any amount, but you know what? We shall take it. We shall take it regardless. Now let's continue on forward. Kill off these hungry dead all day long. It's what we like to do, is kill off the hungry dead. And raise our mage all day long. All day long. So far we're getting through this relatively easily. I'm a little bit terrified about the future acts in this game. I feel like we're going to get completely annihilated as the game progresses, but right now we're doing relatively well, so let's just kind of maintain our sanity here, and I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay as long as we maintain our sanity and not go mad, not go crazy. Oh no, minions! That must mean Bonebreaker, extra strong, magic resistant, fire enchanted, and spectral hit. That's terrifying. I don't like his magic resistant, fire enchanted, extra strongness. That is very, very scary. I could live without such things, but hey. Ornate plate. What's the deal with ornate plate? Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'd probably sell that for a goodly amount. A walking stick? That's interesting. So a walking stick is a staff? That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'm sure I can probably sell that, but you know what? It's just called a walking stick, so who's to say if I can actually sell it for anything? Who's to say if I can actually sell it for anything, considering it's just a simple walking stick? But who knows? I mean, Gandalf the Grey or Gandalf the White, he used a walking stick, and it was a staff. So, you know what? Maybe it could be sold for a decent amount. Who's to say, man? Who's to say? There's something over here? Oh no, there's some skeletons over here. Skeletons, that's what's over here. What else could possibly be over here besides skeletons? What else could be over here besides the undead? Alright, let's continue on going this way. What's over this way? What might we find over this general direction? What might we find over this general direction? Who's to say? I don't know. Found Mind Venom the Grim. Good old Mind Venom. Seems like all of these enemies are cursed. He's teleportation, magic resistant, and cursed. Yeah, it seems like all of these enemies are cursed. Which is okay, I guess. It's not like it's particularly difficult to deal with. There's an Unraveler head there. Don't need an Unraveler head. I have something relatively powerful right now. So thank you, but no thank you. It's not necessarily something I require to have. Got some zombies in a dead end. Got some zombies hanging out in a dead end. And a locked chest. We'll take that locked chest and open it and get its lovely, lovely gold that is inside. I'm not going to be upset about that. All of these zombies that are hanging out inside the casks. Not a big fan. Not a big fan of all of these zombies that are hanging out inside the tombs. All these lone zombies that are just by themselves, just existing by themselves. All by their lonesome, with no companions, no friends, nobody to assist them in this dangerous, dangerous world. Which is a shame for them, but you know what? I don't really care all that much. I really don't care all too much. So yeah, these zombies and skeletons, they definitely do a number on my skeletons. There's no doubt about that. I mean, the good thing is that we have this thorns, so every single time they attack, they're taking damage back to themselves. And it's something like 850% damage back, which is pretty good, so I'm not going to be upset about that. It's strange how this zombie can walk in the fire. It can walk in the fire and not take any damage, which is kind of crazy town. And doesn't make much sense to me. What is over here? There is nothing over here. There is a lone zombie over here. He is all by his lonesome. As are most of the zombies here, it seems. They're all by themselves. All by themselves. So very sad, by themselves. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on this way and clear out the rest of the crypt before we call this video a success. It's going to be a bit of a long video. I mean, we're already at nearly 45 minutes long, but you know what? That's okay. Sometimes you're going to have long videos. It's just going to happen sometimes. So I feel like we've cleared out most of this already. So I think we're in pretty good shape here. Oh no! Doomhead the Hammer. He's lightning enchanted. That's always scary. Lightning enchanted is always scary. But I'm not particularly concerned about you. He's cold enchanted as well. Hey, look at that. We leveled up. That's perfect. That's what I like to see. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and level up Vitality. That's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Now, let's see what I want to raise. I am going to do... let's see here. Let's do... Golem Mastery. Let's go with Golem Mastery. I feel like that would be beneficial to us. So that's what we're going to go with, is that. Alright, I feel like we've cleared out most of this, so let's just go ahead and clear out the rest of this and call the video good. Call the video good there once we clear out the rest of this. Oh no, there's more skeletons here. Don't worry, Razan, I'll save you. I'll save you, Razan, don't worry. You're not alone. You're not alone here. You've got allies, you've got friends. You've got people who are here to help you. Man, there are elites all over the place here. Boneheart the Hungry. Spectral Hit, Teleportation, and Cold Enchanted. So I'm going to stay away from him. So I am going to stay away from him. Because I don't want to take any damage from his Cold Nova. If I take damage from his Cold Nova, I am going to die a painful death. Which is not necessarily what I want to have happen. So that's not what I'm going to let have happen. Okay, and we lost all of our skeletons in the process of that, which is not necessarily what I like to see. Is there any more corpses? Yes, there are. Ooh, there's some rare Gothic plate there. I will go ahead and take that. That could be potentially helpful, as in potentially worth a lot of money to sell. Because I don't imagine it's going to be stronger than my... Oh, wait, did I forget to... Hold on a second here. Did I forget to do something here? Did I forget to put... Did I accidentally sell that that armor that I was going to put on? Did I accidentally sell that 500 defense armor that I was going to put on? I must have. I must have accidentally sold it without thinking about it. Unless did I put it on? No, I must have sold it without thinking about it. Wow, that sucks.
Yes?
That really sucks. I can't believe I did that. Oh well, that's you guys were probably screaming at your screens when you guys saw me do that, because I certainly wasn't thinking at the time. I certainly was not thinking at the time, but that's okay, I guess. 658 defense. That is absolutely crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I'm going to go ahead and sell it, though. I don't desperately need that. 332 defense. That's probably better than what I have now, so I feel like I'm going to go ahead and go with that. 332 defense, 201 defense based on character level, 8 to dexterity, poison resist, poison length reduced, attacker takes damage of 3, 2 to light radius. I will go ahead and take that. Feel like that could be potentially helpful to us. It's better than what we have now, so I feel like I'm going to go with that. Can't sell that for anything. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and raise my iron golem off of this gemmed gothic plate. So let's go ahead and go with that. Let's go with that. Just so we have our iron golem with some serious defenses. Whoa, we got an explosion just as we started there. All right, now where are we at here? I think we're getting pretty close to being done with this. I'd like to think we're getting pretty close to being done with this. Now, I'd certainly hope that my iron golem can actually, you know, survive, because he's got some pretty high defenses, pretty high health. So he should survive pretty well, I would like to think. I would like to think he does a pretty good job of surviving, but there is no guarantees of anything in hell difficulty. Alright, let's go ahead and get the heckles out of here. Well, first, let's go ahead and clear out this little room and get out of here. Alright, so that was a success. We're able to clear that out without losing our entire life, which is exactly what we like to see. We were able to get some lovely experience, we were able to level up, which is exactly, again, what we like to see. Alright, fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, guys, so that is where I'm going to go ahead and call today's video. So thank you for watching this episode. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we explore through the stony field and try to find the freaking cairn stones. But I suppose what we're going to have to do is go through the underground passage to the Dark Wood and search for the Tree of Benefice to recover the scroll. So we're going to have to find our way to the underground passage. But as always, guys, I really, really appreciate you guys watching. I will see you guys in the next episode.